What time do you start work in the morning, Jim?
8:30, unfortunately.
And how many days a week do you work?
Oh, it varies. Set roster of 7 days a fortnight, but I usually work at least 10 to 11 days a fortnight.
How long does it take to get to work?
15 to 20 minutes, depending on the traffic. Depending on how many people are out and about being dickheads.
And how long is one shift usually?
Between 8 and 13 hours.
So how do you feel about your job?
I love it.
Why
it's
is
all
that?
Good. Pays the bills. It's always different. Dealing with kids, it's never the same. It's a good. Well, if you're gonna have to do something when you're not playing rock and roll, you might as well do something that's interesting.
How long have you played in this band for?
3.5 years.
And what have you guys done in your band's career?
Played a lot of gigs. Toured around Australia. Played New Zealand. Obviously been to China.
Do you make any money from it?
Not enough to live off. Hence the need for a job.
So why do you do it?
I love it. It's just what I've done since I was 14 years old.
So you played in bands since you're 14?
Yep. Well, I played in bands since I was 12. I've been playing gigs since I was 14.
Can you talk about some of your previous bands?
So many. There's lots of good bands. As you're back in Perth, we just did it for fun.
Why'd you move to Melbourne?
Needed a change. Everything got a bit stale in Perth. People I was playing music with were just dead ends, so to speak. They weren't going anywhere. I think they had other priorities in mind, so I decided to chance my arm somewhere else. Come to the home of live music, which is Melbourne.
So what do you think about the current band, Arcane Saints? What do you guys want to do in the future?
Keep gigging, playing, touring, hopefully make some money. So we can just do that and nothing else.
How often do you practice?
At least once a week.
How often do you play shows?
2 to 3 a month at least. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
Can you tell us about your tour of China last year?
It's a great time. We didn't know what to expect. Blew our minds. Don't think I've ever drunk so much in 10 days before in my life. Certainly never been on so many trains.
What was some of the really unexpected things about the tour?
Just the number of people, the way the Chinese go hard, real hard, at the gigs. People throwing tyres around on the dance floor, that was new.
What was your favourite city to visit?
Beijing.
Why is that?
Just liked it, liked the vibe. Just liked, yeah, Shanghai was a bit more commercialised, a bit more Western. Beijing was, well, just kind of seemed to have everything. Loved the street the hotel was on. Loved the food, loved the chili.
How about the bars in China that you played at?
Oh, they were great.
Equipment?
Cheap beer, cold beer, equipment varied. Some was good, some was terrible.
Did you play with any good other bands?
Oh, we did. Played with a couple of good bands. Unfortunately, I was too drunk to remember their names. But we do have them written down on posters.